that's good.
Is this too close?
I don't know. No, that's good.
What's the word? Why are you aiming it more to you? The people come to see me.
Do they?
They did.
Oh, we're live already.
Yeah, I know. You hit the go live button. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah, do that.
Oh. See, that's why I got my phone out. What's up,
Okay,
everybody?
that's all good. Cool deal. Let's see.
Who's there?
I don't know. Can't see it. Oh.
Hello. How are you?
How are you? We're gonna give it a little bit, huh?
Give it a little time.
Give it a couple of minutes. Let some guys.
Ann Miller. That's a Buck's mom, I believe.
Buck's mom.
Buck.
Would you choose one of our three membership levels?
I don't
The
know.
Anatolian Buck. Ann. And
The
Tony.
Anatolian. Oh! Okay.
Right? Am I right?
Hey.
Daniel S. is here.
Hello,
Oh,
everybody.
everybody.
What time is
Welcome.
it? It's not quite 7 yet, huh? We gotta
Well,
wait till
we're
7.
we're live.
I know, but we said at 7.
Yeah, I know.
You don't
Well,
want to wait till 7?
To do what?
I don't know.
What do you want to wait for?
I don't know. Howdy.
You can't say.
Joan is
Hi.
here.
Miss Joan, hello.
Oh goodness, this is actually how's the sound quality and light and everything?
Do we look good?
Chip always looks good.
That's true. Hello. How old should a pig be before you buy it for meat to sell it? Let me wrap my head around that question. How old should a pig be if you want to buy it for meat to sell it?
Are you looking to grow it
Are
out?
you trying to grow it out?
Or are you buying a fully grown one?
You looking to buy it and resell it right away?
Hey, Nut House Farm.
I gotta.
Hello.
Where are we at? We are in Georgia, in Milledgeville,
In
Georgia.
Milledgeville. We took a trip. Just Chip and I.
Yeah.
We left the kids with Grandma and their aunts, and we were supposed to fly out, but with the weather, they canceled our flight, so we ended up driving. So we got on the road at 3 a.m. this morning.
Yep.
And drove up to Milledgeville, Georgia, which is about like an hour and a half east of Atlanta.
Yeah. It's a 6-hour drive.
Yeah, about a 6-hour drive, and we lose an hour with the time change and everything. So we drove up here to come to the first Southeast Summit that was hosted by Comfort Farms. So we came up here to hang out with some like-minded people, learn some stuff.
Hi, Sabine.
Hi. Oh, my aunt. Hey, what's up? And and just hang out here. And we decided to spend the night.
Yeah.
Before we drive back, because it's a long drive.
Yeah. So we woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning to get ready for our flight to Atlanta, and then we were gonna rent a car and drive for an hour from Atlanta. And then when we woke up, Nicole had a notification on her phone saying that her flight was canceled for weather.
So then we're like,
laying in bed, we're
turn
like,
back around,
just go back to sleep, or do we jump in the car and start driving? So we had already got the tickets, the Airbnb and everything. So we decided, okay, let's just jump in the car and drive. And then we got there, and in the speedy rush to get in the car and get on the road, I forgot my winter jacket. And then we got here, and it's 40 degrees and 25-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah.
And it was miserable.
With higher wind gusts, too. I mean, some of those gusts that came through were knocking down all kind of stuff. So we were not prepared for that cold front really coming through.
Yeah.
And being outside all day, which that's on us. So we should have been, but we were not. So we actually ended up leaving the event around what, lunchtime-ish, like around 1 or so.
Yeah.
Just because my hands were completely frozen. I have had this issue since I was a little kid. When I get cold, these turn blue. So I figured
Those are fingers.
those things, fingers that turn blue.
Yeah.
And I lose all feeling and everything, and then it takes me about an hour to warm back up. So around like 12:31 or so,
Yeah.
we went to go and sit down in the car. It's like, let's get the heater going. Let's warm up. And then we decided to go and grab some lunch and warm up. And yeah, but that's where we are. And if you haven't been in this area, it's really pretty up here. It's really nice. So we're staying at an Airbnb up here, and it's one of those old, like 200-year-old houses.
Yeah.
And we rented a room up here, and well, it's not prime tourist season right now, so we got the whole house for ourselves, and it is beautiful. This house is freaking huge. I think that's what, like 4,000 or 5,000 square feet, maybe.
It's an old historic house too that we're staying in, and it's amazing, and it's been kept up. That's what's up with the hideous wallpaper behind us.
It's not. It's so pretty.
It's pretty because
How cool is that wallpaper?
It's pretty because it's a historic house.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason why it's pretty.
Yeah, I mean, that wallpaper would not.
Yeah, it matches the look of the
our
house. And we chose this wall to get this wallpaper in the backdrop.
I like it.
It looks good for the house that we're in.
Mm-hmm.
It really adds to the feel here. But
awesome.
You would not be going to the Home Depot and rolling this stuff up on the walls. I'll tell you that.
Oh, you already made him a moderator?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Tim.
Tim, thanks for volunteering. Keep the riffraff out for us, please.
That's right. But yeah, it's still super windy down here.
Yeah.
And the way that we had the flight booked, we were supposed to get into Atlanta at like 7:30 in the morning, and those winds still have not let up. I mean, I just made him get out of the house for a minute to walk around the block to wake up.
Immediately regretted it.
It got cold quick.
Immediately regretted it.
Holy smoke. So we got about maybe a 5-10 minute walk in. That's about it before we gave it up. So okay.
So
Maybe
Bucket
that's
List
what I got.
Homestead,
Raynaud's?
her daughter has a syndrome.
Is that how you say
Nicole
it?
doesn't know if there's a word for what happens to her. She's just, anytime she's cold, look at my hands.
Yeah, they like the fingertips start getting blue, and like I gotta warm them up. That's just how it is. I mean, it's the same with my toes too.
Yeah.
It's well, living in Germany, maybe that's what did it. I have no clue.
Maybe.
Who knows
So,
what happened?
About this pig.
About the pig?
Yeah.
Oh, I think he was saying that he wants to grow it out, or she. He wants.
So if you're trying to grow out a pig,
As soon as they weaned off at like 6
however
weeks.
however long you're looking to do it for, we shoot for we don't worry so much about
The length.
when we get it. We just focus on the size whenever we go to take it to the butcher, and we shoot for 250 pounds. So do you want to keep it longer? Get a smaller pig. You'll save money getting a smaller pig. Get a bigger pig if you don't want to spend as much time growing it out. That would be it's really up to you and how you want to do it, honestly.
Tim.
What Tim say?
Poor circulation. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I mean, I am getting up in age, so maybe I just need to move more.
Yeah, but you've always had it.
I've always had it.
It's always been
It's
something that you deal with.
It's not an age-related thing.
Yeah.
So.
You are getting old though.
I am getting old. Like, I mean,
She'll be 40.
I
Emma, can I not say that?
No.
She'll be 40 next month. So
am. Oh, it is next month.
it's less than a month away.
Ooh,
This is the last few weeks of your 30s.
It is. Yay. Oh well. Okay.
Hello, Daniel Davis. Thanks for joining.
Hello to Missouri. So yeah, but pigs. I mean, we still have. How many do we have left? 6 right now. for our feeder pigs?
Yeah. Perry Hill's backing them up. I don't know how to say that. Raynaud syndrome.
Renaud probably.
Syndrome.
Renaud
Yeah.
syndrome.
Maybe that's what you got.
Maybe, I don't know. I just deal with it.
Is there treatment for it?
I-
Or are you
I'm
supposed
not-
to just deal
I'm-
with it?
You're probably just supposed to deal with it.
Maybe
It's-
maybe there's something you're
there's
supposed to do.
probably a
And
pill for everything, but I'm not one
maybe
to.
there's something you're supposed to do.
I don't know.
Bucket list homestead. What do you guys do to treat it? Do you just let it ride, or do you is there something you treat it for?
I don't know. I mean, I figure I just keep my hand, as long as they're warm, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. But yeah, anyway. So,
Tim Beverly's going to be 57 on the 22nd.
Tim, you don't look a day older than 32. Come on now.
Yeah, Tim. I'll back her up on that. 32 is what I'd have had you for.
There, exactly. See? I mean,
Will Miller's throwing up the throw up face for the wallpaper in the background.
well, he doesn't know.
Had you been here 5 minutes ago, Will, we talked about the wallpaper. We're in a historic home. Nicole loves it, but
Will and his wife Amy are actually in the Pensacola area taking care of our farm while we're out here. They had a couple of adventures this morning. So,
Ann Miller said there's no real treatment for your
yeah.
condition.
See?
Just get some gloves.
I figured. But gloves don't help
They
either.
don't.
It's,
So
I
it's-
just got to warm back up.
So
That's
it's
it.
not necessarily your hands being cold, just all of you being cold.
It's just
does
all
it?
of me being cold.
Okay.
And it doesn't, it's not an outside condition. If I am inside the house in an air conditioned building, I get the same problem. So,
Yeah.
but you know, it is what it is.
And the
Anyway,
air conditioner probably accounts for 75% of our arguments.
Probably closer
Yeah.
to 89%.
Yeah.
The air conditioner slash heater
The-
problem.
Nicole, I guess being a German and not being familiar with air conditioning, she has not come to terms with the fact that the man sets the temperature in the house.
Yeah, no.
She
So
won't
see,
leave it
in
alone.
Germany, the way we deal with either cold or hot weather is by either opening or closing windows. We open our windows and doors of the house every day, no matter what the temperature is, no matter if it's cold or hot.
That's not true.
It does not matter. During the summer, what we use in the house, now, granted, the houses are built a lot different than in America too. I mean, we're looking at granite walls about that thick. So there's a lot more insulation there. But during the summer when it's hot, what I'm used to without an AC is we leave the blinds down, which the blinds that we have in Germany are basically what you would call over here hurricane shutters. Legit blinds. We just leave them down during the day, and then everything gets opened up at night in the summer. And then in the winter, we have the windows open in the morning for a little bit to let fresh air into the house, get all the old recycled air out. And yeah, that's how we do it.
Well, in America, we have air conditioning. We land on the moon and we win world wars.
Whatever.
So, and the man sets the temperature in the house.
No, you married into the wrong
I
one.
know it. That'll be a battle. That'll be our battle until one of us is planted out by the pasture, I guess.
No,
So-
video is on my phone. It's not a Sony. Sorry,
What did she ask?
Jack.
She asked Jack.
No, Jack said, video looks great, must be a Sony.
Yeah, it's a Samsung Galaxy S20.
I have no clue. It's my
Yeah.
phone. It's just a phone. Nothing special. Hey
So-
to Tennessee. Hello to Georgia. From Georgia. We're in Georgia too right now.
Yep.
And yeah, what's the plan for the rest of the weekend?
The rest of the weekend, tomorrow, we're gonna wake up in the morning and
Drive home.
drive home.
Do farm chores.
Yeah, I found Will, if you're paying attention, I found a play set for the goats in Gulf Breeze, so we might need to take a road trip
Tomorrow?
tomorrow.
Oh, all right.
If you got goats, what do you use for
Entertainment.
goat enrichment because
Goat enrichment.
we've been looking for like swing sets.
I mean, we got
For our
fallen trees,
goats.
we got ladders, we got like those big old spools, those electrical wire spools
Yeah.
and stuff. And they play around on that just fine.
Yeah,
But-
I know
but-
what we have. I'm asking what they
Yeah.
have.
But we've been looking around for a little place for cheap.
Yeah, we're trying to
Like somebody who's got their kids out of the house and doesn't need it anymore.
yeah, or got an old one that they don't feel safe with their kids playing on.
Yeah.
That'll work for us. That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Just put a couple of USB screws in it. It's fine. Are we still doing the rusty goat choke? I don't know.
Are they here?
I don't know.
I haven't seen
Tim
them.
just brought it up.
Tires,
See?
pallets, cement blocks. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got a bunch of tires that we need to.
Yeah, we got
Set
it.
up.
We went when we moved back in 2020. We went to a tire shop and we are like, "Give me
All your old
Give me all
tires.
your old tires." And we got like 20 old tires, and then we stacked them up in a corner in the house, and we've managed to plant 2 of them in the ground for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
goats to
We
jump
got to
on.
put the rest of them up.
So it became a low end priority for us after we got them. It was a big deal to get them once before we had them. Then we got them, and then I was like, okay, we'll put these here until we're
we
ready
find
to
further use for them.
till we're ready to put them down. And
Awesome. That you can make so much stuff out of that stuff. Right. There was, I don't know, somebody posted it the other day. They had they had old tires cut
Yeah.
in half, screw them into the wall, and used them as nesting boxes for chickens.
Nicole did with some of them was she filled them up with topsoil to grow weeds in them. And
Well, we did grow. We grew herbs in them for a while.
we have several.
And then the goats got to them, and then weeds took over. And
we have
that's
several
that.
tire raised beds where we grow our weeds.
Huh? We got what?
Tire raised beds.
Oh, tire raised beds.
They're little raised beds made of tires that we grow weeds in.
They're only weeds if you don't use them. People call
So-
weeds weeds when
so they're-
things grow where they're not supposed to grow.
Yeah.
I just found a bunch of volunteer plants the other day out on the front porch, not on the front porch, but growing beside the front porch. So what I did last year is I let all my arugula go to seed, and I was gonna save the seed, and then time got away from me,
Yeah.
and they all got soaked in a storm, and well, that was that with the seed. But anyway, seems like some of those seeds survived anyway, and they're now just growing in the yard. So we just got arugula growing and blooming everywhere.
Ronald Mize asked, "What kind of wine are you drinking?"
I don't know. Where's the bottle at?
We'll just name something
I
fancy.
don't know. It's some white wine, a cheap one.
It's 20-year-old Chardonnay.
No, it's not.
Is Chardonnay white wine?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I was close.
It's a dark horse Sauvignon Blanc. There. See? Ta-da! Nothing special. Just Walmart wine.
I'm trying to keep it family friendly.
Just Walmart wine. I'm really excited because we are finally in our rural area. We're getting an Aldi. And for those of you who are familiar with Aldi, it's a German grocery chain. So I'm excited about getting it and maybe getting my hands on some of my German products again.
Real quick,
Yeah.
Mulberry Branch is here.
Whoop whoop! What's up, Ashley?
Hi, Ashley and
Mark and
Mark.
Mark.
Is it both of you, or is it just Ashley, or is it just Mark?
It's probably Ashley.
Which is it? Okay, so
Yes.
Aldi is coming.
Yes, I'm excited. I'm excited.
It's
Just
only 45 minutes away, like everything else.
I mean, everything is that way. Luckily for us, I mean, I probably should track this more, but I don't go to the grocery store often. I mean, I used to go, I used to have my weekly grocery trip. That was it. If the thing was, the rule at my house was like when we were still in the Middle East, and then when we first moved back before we ever produced any of our food, was I go once a week, and if it's not on a list, then you obviously didn't need it. Then you're gonna have to wait until I go next week. Now I maybe go like every 2 weeks, maybe every 3 weeks, or like if there's something urgent that I need for a meal that I ran out of, that's about it. I don't go often because a lot of stuff we have in the pantry now, We do have a lot of stuff that like we grew over the last 2 years that we have in the pantry. So like the staples, like
We don't use a lot of staples.
you're so funny.
Anyways, but so we're getting to Aldi. It's German, but more importantly, like I think Tammy mentioned it, we're getting a Piggly Wiggly too, and that's a big
We
deal.
are.
That's a big deal, and Nicole's overlooking the Piggly Wiggly that's coming up, and that's even closer.
No, I am excited because the Piggly Wiggly supposedly has good produce, good quality produce, and a live butcher there. So that's nice. I mean, not that we need any meat, really.
Yeah, we're tinkering. We're tinkering right now on needing a third freezer in the garage.
Yeah, and apparently, so that event that we went to today, so they had a speaker there from the USDA, and he was telling us about all of these grants that you can apply for, and all of these loans that you can apply for, and all of these opportunities. And like we had no clue, and he was talking, yeah, if you need a freezer, or if you need a barn, or if you need that, just apply for it. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we need to go to our local extension.
I
and
feel
see
like
what
it's a
we can
scam. I feel like it's a scam though. I do.
For the government to spy on
I don't
you?
trust it. I feel like they're gonna give us some cash and then tell us how we have to manage our operation.
I don't know. It would be interesting to hear from anybody who has dealt with like USDA loans or like grants from the local extension office and things like that. I know like our friends at Mayhem Farm up in Alabama, they deal with that all the time. I know they got like a what's it called, a big hoop house with one of those grants, and the grants basically work 50-50, right? You pay 50%, they pay 50%, and there's like a certain set of rules established,
Yeah.
but overall, I mean, you can basically do what you want. So I don't know.
Tammy said not to get the government involved, and that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we're not trying to have a big commercial operation
No,
where we
we're not.
need to get the government involved.
No, we're not. I mean, the way that he was talking today, yeah, you qualify for that as long as you make under $900,000 a year. It's like, okay.
Well,
Well.
qualified. Paint me qualified.
That's crazy. But yeah, so I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things that we want to do. We're not looking to be a commercial farm.
No.
I'd like to be able to grow enough to, start doing farmers markets and things like that.
Yeah.
But
you have to expand the garden to do
yeah,
that.
we have to expand the garden, and I would have to have more time to
And
tend to
when
it.
I try to talk to you about expanding the garden, you're like, who's gonna?
Yeah, who's gonna do it?
I don't want to do all that.
Yeah,
So, but
that's
if we
the thing.
want,
I have to basically quit my job to do that, and
yeah.
I can't because I have to pay bills.
Right now, I'm happy growing enough for us.
I mean, we
and-
grow with the size garden that we have. We grow plenty for us and plenty to give away,
Yeah. I
but
like,
not enough to
I like
make money off.
I
of it.
like supplementing income with pigs. Supplementing income. I've probably lost so much money.
Yeah, there's no way you
Grow-
make any.
selling pigs.
You
I
make
am.
no money with pigs at all.
Yeah. I am horrible about keeping track of feed costs and knowing what all I put into it. And
We really try. So this is what, the third time we're doing it? Second time?
this is the third time that we're going to be selling pigs.
And we're dialing way back.
Yeah, we did 14 this time. We have 14 pigs in two different size groups.
Yeah.
So we processed the first batch of 8.
Mm-hmm. Well, 2 of them we did. One.
Well, let's just. So the first batch we processed in November, and the second batch
is going into April.
is about to go in the end of April, and they're all accounted for. But we know not to go that many pigs in the future.
Yeah.
Scale it down.
Chip might have got.
I just
carried
got
away a little bit.
overzealous. We went.
We went to the auction, and Chip got way too
And
excited.
I bought every pig they had at the auction, and then 2 weeks later.
And if you've ever been to a livestock auction, once that sign's up, there's no way back. You're
Yeah.
buying those pigs.
So I got every single pig at the livestock auction, and then somebody was selling pigs on Craigslist, and they were so small and cute, and I was like, I want them too. And then we had 14 pigs.
Yeah, way too many. So yeah, so we're definitely dialing back on that. I mean,
Yeah.
we're kind of building up our kuni operation a little bit, but
Yeah.
that's going to be way slower paced.
That's the future for us.
That's definitely because
But I still want to do some meat pigs on top of that.
we can, but not at that scale. We can do
No,
like,
no, like-
two at a time. Because the nice thing about having pigs is they eat everything. So any kind of kitchen waste can go to the pigs, or well, to the chickens too. They kind of eat everything too.
I just love pigs. I
They
just
are
love being
cool.
involved with pigs.
They're cool.
I just
Yeah. Pig farmer.
I know I'm losing money doing it, but it's fun.
Well, you shouldn't. How about that?
I shouldn't know it.
You should not lose money with it.
You shouldn't, but I'm being honest with everybody tonight.
Yeah.
I'm losing money probably, but I enjoy pigs
Yeah.
and
Well, with this next round, we really because we tried
I'm gonna come
to
out of
do
this.
we tried to do a better job tracking our costs with this last batch of pigs, but we found out very quickly that the two batches were growing at very different rates, and we figured out about 3 months in that it doesn't matter how we're tracking it because we are losing money on this batch of pigs regardless. So we're just gonna have to either cut our losses and sell them, eat them ourselves, or just suck it up, feed them out, and bring them to the processor and call it a day, and call it a learning experience. And then next time, we'll do better.
Always next time.
Always next time. There's always
Yeah.
there's always mistakes. We always make all the time. I mean, that's how we got to a fairly successful kidding season this year too with our goats, is by making mistakes.
Yeah, we messed up several times
Yep.
with goats, and we're starting to get.
If
better
you're
at
buying goats, you know, there's always goats for sale. If you're looking on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace or anything, and if you really like goats, try to buy them young and before they've been exposed to any kind of buck or anything whatsoever. Because if you don't know,
it. Yeah.
if they've been exposed, when they've been exposed, there's just no telling. And then the the success rate on birthing goes way down because you don't know when they're due
Yeah.
and any of that. So it's a mess. And so if you want goats, I would recommend getting them young, or at least get them from somewhere where you can trust their word that they haven't been exposed.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah. So that's kind of where we are with that.
Yeah, Mike, we got buyers for all the pigs that we have. We haven't really had an issue finding people to sell to. It's just trying to.
Especially in the market now. I mean, people are looking for meat to buy.
What was I gonna say before you?
I don't know. Did you forget?
Yeah, our problem is just trying to find the price point to the Dusty Goats here.
They're never gonna. Yeah, see, they're never gonna let it down. Boom, Mike. You
The rest
tell
of
them, Mike.
Yeah. So, but Mike, we don't have a problem finding sellers for our goats. Buyers for our goats. Sellers.
Buyers for the pigs.
Buyers for our pigs has not been a problem. It's just figuring out the price point. And Mulberry Branch said that the hard part is the expensive learning curves that happen. And
Yeah.
I don't get hung. I try not to get hung up on it. It is
No,
what it is.
I mean the first year was probably the toughest on us because, well, we did a lot of adding livestock the first
Yeah.
year. We obviously added way too fast. We got way too excited about okay, this one and this one and this one and 20 of these and 50 of those and like just all of them. Give me all the animals.
We wanted all the animals.
And
I don't regret it.
it was definitely a learning curve. I mean, we figured out a lot of the animals that we had thought we we figured out we didn't. Like these, we're probably never gonna have guineas again unless they're gonna be caged, and that's not really what we want to do.
Yeah, if you're caging guineas, then what's the point of having guineas?
Exactly.
Are the ticks supposed to go to the guineas to get eaten?
They just migrate.
Unless you just
So.
you're looking for ambient noise on the homestead. I don't.
Yeah.
I think guineas are good for meat and tick control. So they say. I'm a little suspicious
Yeah,
about
well,
that.
I still like geese. I
Uh-huh.
think I might get geese again,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll see. Especially now. Oh, we're not talking about the pond, are we?
No what?
Okay.
Did that come
Never
up?
mind. No. I was just talking.
Oh, watch your mouth.
Watch your-
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
Spoilers.
Oh goodness, but yeah, we're about to this. I think today and tomorrow that's going to be our last freeze, so we should be able to actively get all the stuff out in the garden that needs a little bit warmer weather.
Yeah, this should be our last frost
Yeah,
of the season.
Yeah.
And it's time to get in the garden.
I know. I'm excited. We kind of
Yeah.
reconfigured a couple of things. We
Yeah.
gotta get. We're gonna try some other things out with in-ground
Yeah.
garden and.
We got some what do you call them? Some weed control mats that you put over the top of the garden. We're gonna put holes in and try that. That because weeds kind of got away from us in the garden last year.
For sure.
So we're gonna try the weed control. What are they
Barrier?
called? Yeah, the barriers. We're gonna try that, and we're gonna run some drip irrigation. So all we gotta do is maybe even put a timer on it.
Yeah. Oh, drip irrigation. If you use drip irrigation or like soaker hoses or whatever you use, let us know what you're using, because we bought these, like, were they soakers
Yeah.
or what were they? Those like black
They're,
porous.
they're like black porous hoses that kind of leak out water.
Yeah,
while you're
so
running
it-
them.
We haven't done any research on it really, honestly. Which we were on a Lowe's run and it's like, yeah, let's just grab some.
But we hooked one up, and we hooked it up to the water hose and ran it out, and it seems like it gets more drip closer to the faucet than it does at the further end away
Yeah,
from the faucet.
For sure. So like we're just wondering, like, if you're using that system, like just connecting those hoses, for example, what your success rate is with letting that run.
Yeah.
So we haven't tried it out. I mean, we've been using sprinklers so far, but
Yeah.
there's so much water loss with it. It's just a
Yeah.
pain in the butt. So
Especially in Florida when it's hot,
yeah, like during the summer.
you're watering leaves and that evaporates before it ever gets to the ground.
Well, the thing is, during the really hot months, you really can't use the sprinklers because you're gonna burn your plants with the hot water. So I'm like, it's just all gonna shrivel up and die.
Really?
Yeah,
Good to know.
yeah. Shows you how much time he spends in the garden. Drip tape from Boss Tools. Okay, we'll look at that. Faux show.
Check it out.
Check it out.
But yeah, we're gonna run what we got and see how it works.
Yeah.
It just seems like it produces more drip closer to the water source than it does further away
Yeah.
from the water source.
And which
it just
that might
seems-
not be a problem, but we
Well,
don't know.
it seems like when you're close to the plants that are close to the water source will drown, and the ones at the end of the water line just are gonna dehydrate.
Dehydrate.
So
Oh goodness. See, the rusty goat is never gonna live that down. So
it's the
just,
dusty goat, y'all. We
every
blame
time-
La La Farm.
That's-
Rick
Rick's
called
fault.
him. Rick called him the rusty goat, and everybody heard it. And now,
And now they're the rusty goat. They just John and Rachel just change your logo. It's fine.
it's one letter, really. It's just one letter.
It is. It is. It's getting warm in here.
That's why I took off my.
Yeah. Well, I
Put
got
it-
nothing to take off.
Heyo.
Drip tape, drip irrigation. All right. Cool.
See, Leslie
Well,
Allen says that's the same problem she's had with her drip lines as well.
Yeah. So we'll check out Haas for
Well,
sure.
let's give these a try.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I got some drip hoses from last year too, so we'll see that.
Tell them, don't tell me. I know.
Huh? What?
You're looking at me.
What?
You're looking at me talking.
Oh.
Look at.
Sorry. Sorry. I'll look at the camera. But yeah, so that is that. So that's the garden. What else we got going on? Oh, spring break next week. I'm excited. I'm off for a week. So I'm hoping to get a lot of gardening done and a lot of wheat barrier down and
Get those kids in the garden. The kids just love being in the garden. They love being in the yard, picking up sticks. Just like every 13-year-old girl loves picking up sticks and playing in the dirt.
well, the thing is we don't really give them a choice. They gotta go.
Yeah, get out there.
Sorry, you're not gonna be sitting around playing video games all day. I'm sorry. Yes, you're on spring break, but so am I. We need to get some stuff done. The garage needs to be cleaned out. The garden needs to be taken care of. We got stuff to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's probably what we're gonna do during spring break. Chip's gotta work.
Yeah.
So-
I don't get a spring break.
Well,
So, Nicole took our derelict new dog to the vet yesterday.
oh, I did.
We got her shots updated. We got her an appointment to get spayed.
Yeah, she got scanned for chips just in case she had one. We figured she won't.
Microchips.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got scanned for a microchip. She got scanned for chips. Sounds like some
Well,
kind of
they
parasite.
used like 3 different scanners in
Well,
case.
yeah, there's
they
3 different brands of
Right.
microchips.
So none of those chips
Yeah, so
are there.
and we didn't think that she was microchip. When in case you guys aren't familiar, I was driving home from work about a month ago and I found a dog in the road, and she didn't look like she was a runaway or lost. She looked like somebody dumped her on the side of the road. She was standing in the middle of the road like her family had just ditched her and
So sad.
she didn't know where to go. So I picked her up and she seems to have been mistreated. She's a real tiny dog. She's some kind of terrier mix. But you try to pet her at first, she was real skittish and she immediately rolls on her back if she feels threatened.
Very submissive.
Yeah, she's not what do I want to say? She's not aggressive or
No.
defensive,
She's tiny.
but
She's got
she's very
some kind of-
submissive.
Yeah, she's got some terriers, some pits. I don't know. She's just a mutt.
Yeah, so we reached out on the local lost pet forums, Facebook Marketplace, and Craigslist, and in the area, just trying to see if maybe we could find an owner, somebody that she belonged to, and we couldn't find anybody. So we're just gonna add a 7th dog.
Yeah, because we need more dogs.
We needed 6 wasn't enough. Who wants an even number of dogs?
Right. Yeah. So
7,
she lives.
lucky number 7.
I know she lives at our house now. So I mean, she's not trying to go anywhere. She lives there. She doesn't go anywhere. She follows us around everywhere. She's healthy. There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with her. We got her checked out yesterday. She got all her shots and her pre-screen to get fixed. So we got that scheduled coming up, and because we don't need her to be intact. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Nope, not at all.
We don't need her milkshake bringing all the dogs to the yard.
Nope.
So we're gonna
Running off with the coyote crew or something.
Yeah, bringing in coyote boys. We don't need that. So we're gonna get her fixed. She's gonna be a permanent part of our family. Wasn't something we were looking for, but I didn't want to take her to the pound because we all know what happens with dogs that don't
And she's cute.
find a home at the pound.
I know.
And she's
But just don't pick up any more dogs, okay?
well, what do you want me to do? If I drive by a dog
I
in need,
know.
then I'm no better
the
than
problem with living rurally, where we are, is that's the dump ground.
yeah.
Everybody dumps their pets there. And I mean, I don't understand how people can even do that. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like when we moved back from the Middle East, we brought 3 dogs back with us.
Mm-hmm.
It was
2 of them were rescues.
huge expense for
Yeah.
us. And we could have just said like, nah, I'm not gonna pay that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna. But how can you leave them?
Yeah.
Like that was.
Yeah.
There's no way. There's no
So-
way. So yeah, I don't get it. And you know, I know when we posted about finding her and everything, there were a lot of people locally posting like, yeah, I see cars driving down the road and just throwing dogs and cats out their windows all the time around here. Like just heartless.
And the animal shelters are full. We just had a situation where our local animal shelter was so overrun that they had to rent space, I think at the fairgrounds or
I
something.
think that's what they did. Yeah.
And with kennels, and they needed volunteers to come out and help them because they were so overwhelmed with animals that they were overbooked in their facility.
And that's why too. I mean, unless you're looking like, I mean, we have Anatolians and we have Pyrenees,
Yeah.
and they serve a purpose, and we have them for a purpose. But if you're looking for a pet,
Yeah.
go to the pound.
Yeah.
Take one of those in. There's no need to pay hundreds or thousands of dollars for a freaking Chihuahua.
For a designer dog, or
You know,
Yeah.
all of these designer dogs. When
Yeah.
there's all these,
if you're just looking for a companion.
yeah. And
For-
pound dogs make such great
Yeah.
pets. They're so thankful. Like she is everywhere.
Yeah.
She will not leave.
I wake up at 4 a.m. to
She does chores with him.
I wake up at 4 a.m. to feed pigs and feed our buck goats. And as soon as I open that door to walk outside, she jumps up and she's like, "Oh yeah,
Doing chores.
let's go feed these pigs."
I know. And then when the kids and I go out at 6 o'clock, she's
Yeah.
right there doing chores, walking on with us.
Yep.
And she'll be waiting there in the driveway for us to come home,
Yeah.
right there. So she was a little bit worried yesterday when I loaded her in the car.
Yeah,
She's like,
she's-
what's going on?
Nicole said she had a look when Nicole put
She-
her in the car.
I
She's
know, she
like,
looked at me like,
"Y'all doing it to me again? Y'all too?"
I was like, oh, almost made me
So,
cry.
We can't do that.
Oh, you're getting teary-eyed too.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I'm getting teary. Maybe if I was in the truck with you when you took her.
Yeah, that was really sad. I mean, Zach basically had to come up front and sit with her. It's like,
Yeah.
it's okay, girl. It's okay, we got you. So sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now we got 7 dogs.
7.
7 dogs. And we're pretty sure that Roxy is pregnant, our
Yeah.
Anatolian girl.
Yeah. With
So-
our livestock guardian dogs, we just let nature happen with them,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah. They're good dogs.
and can tell you, Roscoe makes some pretty babies.
Yes, he does. And I mean, he has such a sweet temper,
Yeah.
and Piper too. They make such good babies. Those puppies were so sweet, so calm, and what?
Tim, she didn't drive me to the doctor. She drove me back.
I drove you there too.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, you had to pop your happy pill on the way
Oh
to the
yeah,
hospital.
she did drive me there.
That's when he so
Why
if-
are we talking about that?
So if you ever had surgery, right, before you go to the hospital to kind of calm your nerves, they give you a little happy pill. It's like, hey, pop this before you go to the hospital. so he has his little, and out he pulls the camera. It's like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm going to film this. It's like, okay, all right, have at it.
Yeah. So, on the way to the vasectomy, once my happy pill kicked in, I was like, let's make a YouTube video about my vasectomy. Let's document this.
Yeah.
She was like, what?
Hey, he got a lot of feedback from a lot of other guys like, hey, I'm really glad you put this out. A lot of us are scared.
Yeah.
But then we also had some backlash from some ladies too. It's like, why are you putting that out there? I'm like, man.
They're like, he's such good breeding stock. Why would you? He's got such good genes. Why would you do that to him? But
Yeah, Did you see my shirt? Have you seen that? It's cool, huh? I like it. But yeah,
We'll make those available if you're looking to get you
a chip.
Hidden Oaks Homestead. Put the scissors away, Will. Nobody needs to see that.
All right, we're done. It's over.
I'm gonna trigger my PTSD
PTSD.
with the scissors.
Yeah. But yeah, so we figured we go live today just because we are actually somewhere where we have good internet. And we have not done a live in a year.
Yeah, it's been a while since we did one. We did one with La Farm last week, and we forgot how much
This week.
fun.
This week. It was this week.
Okay, well, a few days ago, last work week, if you want to count this weekend as part of the week, when
It says homesteading yet.
the
Perry
show.
Hill Farm. Yeah.
Yeah, with that face, it's hard to read the
yeah,
words.
I need to use a better font for it, but
Oh, you think that it's just the fonts why they can't read it?
it's the font.
Okay.
For sure.
So, but we did a live with La Farm. They kind of did an interview with us last week. It was our first time doing a live with them, just chatting back and forth. And we forgot how much fun lives
I
are.
know. And we kind of gave up on it because every time we try to do one, we have to leave the house to do it because we don't have good enough internet to set up.
Yeah.
We got to go into town and ask somebody else and it's like, hey, can you leave your house so that we can use your house for a live? Or we got to drive to my office and that's an hour drive. And so
Yeah.
we just kind of stopped doing it. But what we've been talking about is potentially doing like a weekly, not a podcast, but
But
sort of like it.
Like a live, but not live. Just
Yeah.
where we sit down and discuss our week
Yeah.
and future plans and
Yeah.
mix in some B-roll with the animals
Yeah, and
to mix it up.
answer questions. If there's specific questions that you guys have, and being able to answer those because it's easier to just film and then upload, and that still takes forever.
Oh, Peterson Farms of Nashville said they found us from Lala Farms.
Oh yeah.
Well, thank you for joining.
Yeah, they're
So,
great people.
Glad
Lala Farms is awesome.
we did the live then.
I know. We did the live with Lala, and then we were still chatting with Rick and Lil Rick for about another 45 minutes after that.
Yeah.
So
So if you don't know the way
they got it set up. Really cool.
those lives work, so it's Big Rick and Little Rick
As moderators.
and they have their own screens. And then we have our own screen, and they use a website to manage it all,
I
right?
think they use StreamYard. I know
Something like that.
Some of our YouTube friends use
So
that.
they had us in the background, like they were live and they were talking. They're like, we're gonna talk for a little bit, and then we're gonna bring you guys in, and so we're kind of like in the background, but we're not live. So I'm thinking we're not live, so I'm messing around with Nicole. And then she's like,
they can see us, right?
We're not live, but Rick and Rick can definitely see everything you're doing.
And they start giggling in the
Right.
background. I
And
was
I'm
like,
like-
see?
I was like, oh, forgot about that. So then I had to behave. I was having too much fun
Yeah.
in the green room.
In the green room, in the waiting room. But yeah, their lives are really cool. Like I really like the way they do it and bring in other channels just to kind of chat. I know they got who were they saying? They have the Vineyard Chicks coming up, and then
Yeah.
they got David the Good coming up. And like if you guys have not listened to David the Good, he is freaking amazing.
Yeah.
He is just awesome.
I could listen to David the Good talk
I know. Like I could just
forever.
I know. We need to go
He's-
up to his place.
He's captivating to
He
listen to.
really is. He's such a he's a really good speaker.
And he's a published author.
And yeah, he's famous. And he lives right around the corner.
If you
So
haven't
that's
read
nice
if you haven't read the Broccoli Jack
too. A series for kids.
Broccoli Adventure series,
I love his merch too. I gotta hold him to it because he said he was gonna send me a shirt, but it was like the compost your enemies.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Compost Your Enemies.
Yeah, I love it. It's a great shirt. but But yeah, so for those of you who don't know of him, make sure you look him up. Make sure you look up Lala. And they just have a really great way that they're doing the lives and introducing other channels and like really bringing some really great content into their channel, and introducing people to their viewers, to kind of broaden the input, because everybody's got something else to bring to the table, you know. And yeah, so that's coming up, so they're awesome. Other than that, what else we got
So,
going on?
but we're gonna start doing a little sit down chat.
Yeah, we don't
once
know
a
what we're
week.
gonna
We're gonna call it a
Barncast?
barn cast
something like that.
because we're gonna do it in the barn with the animals. So I don't know what we're gonna do when it gets cold or gets hot.
It'll
Will
be
we
fine.
do it when it's hot?
Yeah, we'll still
We'll
do
be
it.
out there sweating.
We're gonna have to be committed. We're gonna have to do it once a week.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'll do it.
All right. Good.
There. We high-fived on it. So now it's
We
gotta
did.
happen.
We did. So yeah, it's funny too because, like I kind of was trying to sell it to Chip for a while, and he's like, no, I don't want to do that. No, I think that's stupid.
I never
And
said
then-
it was stupid.
And then Danielle Arms started doing it.
No,
And
no.
And then I was talking to DJ, and he's like, hey, how'd you talk him into it? It's like, yeah,
No.
well, you know, he's just a good husband. He just does what I tell him to do. So then I tell Chip,
It's not
and,
how
like,
this
and
all
then
shook
all of
out.
a sudden, Chip's like, you know, maybe we should do one of those podcasts too. And I'm not harping on it or anything. I'm like, yeah, good idea. I think, yeah, maybe that's a great idea, Chip. We should do that. Yeah.
Patricia's saying that Daniel Arms does a similar thing on their channel and she loves it. I didn't even know that. Thank you, Patricia. And what? I didn't.
That they do a podcast?
Yes.
Yeah, they do. You know that. I told you.
Anyway, so Patricia, how new are you? When you say you're new here, like this is you just clicked on the live because how new?
Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome. But yeah, this is lives are fun.
Yeah.
We don't get to do them enough.
Yeah.
We used to do them like once every month or so when we first started.
I don't
doing
think
it.
we did it that much. Just and when we were doing them before, like if you don't know, we've got just seen y'all live, and thank you. Oh, so you just saw that we were live and you joined on.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah. Just a little backstory. I don't want to get into a big spiel about it, but so we were in the UAE in Abu Dhabi. And I got interested in homesteading, and Daniel Arms has basically been our inspiration, my inspiration for everything that we've done up to this point. And I got a chance to meet him a couple years ago, and
It's been 2 years ago
yeah,
ish. Yeah, he was all
So-
fangirling and everything. Make sure you look at that video. It's hilarious.
yeah. If you go back to our channel,
We talk about meeting.
I get to talk about my experience meeting Daniel Arms in the flesh. So if you want, go back and check that out. It's funny.
It is funny.
So, but thanks for clicking on the live
Yeah.
and
But then,
joining.
is Rusty Goat still here? Is Dusty Goat still here? I don't know.
Dusty Goat.
It's
I
Dusty
don't
Goat.
want him to
It's
get
Dusty
mad.
Goat. Okay, it's John and Rachel at Dusty Goat.
Yeah.
And
If you haven't checked out John and Rachel at the Dusty Goat Homestead,
You have to think
go
about
check them out. No, I didn't. I didn't have to think about it. I'm trying to enunciate.
say it right.
Go check out John and Rachel.
Dusty Goat.
They're another channel, and they live right down the road from us.
Yeah, they're
and,
like 15 minutes from us, and
they partner up with the Gulf Coast Homesteader meetup that we put on in the Panhandle.
So
of
we
Florida.
put up, and that's one of the reasons why we drove up here to kind of check out the Southeast Summit that Comfort Farms put up, because we wanted to see how they do it. Right, because you have the big HOA event in Virginia every year, and that's a long ways away from Florida. So in 2021, we decided,
Good night. How you say that? Leaf?
Leafy
Yeah.
van Rensburg
Have a good night.
from South Africa.
From South Africa.
That's awesome. But so the Gulf Coast Homesteader meetup in Milton, Florida. We're gonna put it on again this year. So it'll be our second time. We moved location a little bit. It's still in Milton, but we moved it from one event barn to another event barn, actually to the fairgrounds, to have more room and being able to put on more workshops, spread out a little more, be able to to get in more vendors and things like that. And our friends Rachel and John at Dusty Goat are putting that on with us, so they're huge help,
huge partners
in getting all of that running. Because I mean, when you're going to these events, you don't realize everything that goes into it. I mean, like, somebody's got to take the trash out, somebody's got to clean up, somebody's got to turn the lights on, somebody's got to organize the workshops
involved,
and the speakers and travel arrangements for the speakers and all of that fun stuff. So there's a lot that goes into it that you don't even think about it until you kind of stick your head into putting on an event like that yourself. So
Patricia, Tim Beverly linked our Daniel Arms Family Homestead experience in the comments. So if you want to go check that out.
Hello to Texas and Oklahoma.
To the whole state of Texas?
Yeah, to Texas, South Texas.
Okay.
Specifically. We're not going to go to the Okie Homestead because that's next weekend.
We wish we could.
We only have so much travel time available.
Yeah, that's a little too far to make for a weekend trip. This was pushing it for us.
Yeah.
Without taking any vacation time. So.
Yeah, because Chip's got to go back to work.
Can you imagine if we were going to the Okie Homestead and our flight got canceled? You're not making that drive.
No, that's a 16-hour drive.
I think it's 12. No, it's more than 12, huh? It might be around 16. Tim's right. You're always right.
That's correct.
But you can't admit it. You can't admit it, Tim.
Yeah, you can. Makes you a better husband. You'll learn one day.
Anyway, so Patricia, he's provided a link for the video for you to go back and watch.
And laugh at.
It's funny. But we'd like to go to the Okie Homestead.
Yeah. I mean, I think this was the first time they put it on as well.
Yeah.
So it was, I know Dutch and somebody else, I can't remember right now, put it on. And I know they were going nuts as well putting this on. And but I'm really excited to see that there's a lot more of these smaller events popping up closer to people's homes. Because going to Virginia, I mean, it's beautiful up there, don't get me wrong, but it's a long drive.
Yeah.
And it's really nice to see people coming together locally because obviously, growing seasons are different, growing zones are different, things work differently in Florida than they do in Oklahoma or California.
I just love the
Virginia.
networking though.
And it's always really great people. Like when we put it on last year, we were so nervous.
Yeah.
Holy cow, were we nervous. That day when we drove out there to set up, I was like, geez, what if nobody shows up?
Yeah, that was a big fear. It's like all these food trucks and vendors are gonna show up and then nobody, and our speakers are coming out and then just nobody's gonna be here.
I know, and then we went out there and we started setting up, and then we were done a lot quicker than we thought, and then we were just hanging out.
Yeah.
And hoping for people to start showing up, and then at like 10 o'clock in the morning, the first vendors started showing up, and then around 11 o'clock, the first attendants started showing up. Doors opened at like noon, I think, right?
Yeah, we had
Something
people
like
coming
that.
early.
Like people started showing up at around 11, started to line up and filling up the parking lot. Then the speakers started showing up, and we're like, okay, whew.
Yeah.
All right, as long as there's like at least 50 people showing up, like cool.
Tim Beverly went ahead and shared the vasectomy video too. Thank you, Tim. Thank you. That's enough. It's enough video sharing.
That's what you get for making him a moderator.
So, Tim said he's got a lot of experience behind the scenes with the HOA.
He does.
Maybe we could recruit him to come down.
He's a great security guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll put him on the. Maybe we could put him on
well,
the
Tim
gator.
said he was gonna come visit. He was planning a trip down to Alabama, so he might come down to the beach to come see us.
Yeah, if you could, October, if you could make it down.
Well, I think he was gonna come in like April or something.
Well, yeah, but we can't just make the event in April.
No,
Talking
that's
about
still
if you want to,
happening.
you can come in April too.
Yeah.
But if you want to come down for the event, we could use you.
For sure. For sure. I mean, we're definitely more prepared this year than we were last year, just learning from experience.
Yeah, but I still have all the butterflies about it because we're doing it bigger than we did it last year. We're doing a new location. We got
He gets too hung up in the details.
now.
Where he really doesn't.
We're doing sponsors. We didn't do sponsors last year. We just did vendors and food trucks. Now I gotta hit the streets.
But it also was like last year.
Begging for sponsorships.
Yeah, we had to pay for everything out of pocket. So it was last year. It was really a trial run. General admission tickets were free. Basically, we just did a ticket setup so that we can have a track on how many people. Because with the barn on where we did it at, we were limited on numbers, on how many people can actually come and be there. So we wanted to make sure that we're not overdoing it.
Yeah.
And so this year we don't have that problem. We don't really need to put a limit on it so much. Besides the fact that we kind of need to know how many people are going to show up so that we have
Seating.
Enough infrastructure set up.
Yeah.
And enough volunteers for parking and things like that to make sure. So I mean, we had 300 last year, so I'm expecting at least 500 this year. We'll see.
And this year people are paying to come, and that puts a whole new pressure on us.
Yeah.
To make sure they feel like they got their money's worth out of it.
Yeah, but it's still we're only charging $10. And I mean for most of these other events, we've seen tickets sell
Mike Keener just volunteered, so we're gonna put that.
Well, you're on the volunteer list now. Boom.
Yeah, that's
no backing out.
That's done. You're committed now.
That's it.
So if you're drinking beer over there and you just volunteered yourself after a few beers, you're committed.
You're bought in now.
Yeah. Don't back out tomorrow. Thanks, Mike.
But yeah, so I think it's gonna be awesome. We have some really great speakers already lined up. We got some workshops that we're working on with hog processing and bread baking and other stuff like that. So I think it's going to be really, really awesome.
Yeah.
I'm excited. But yeah.
Tim, we do plan on being at the HOA again this year as well. So you don't have to pick one or the other. You're allowed to do both.
Yes.
So
Yeah. So the HOA in Virginia, the Homesteaders of America Conference in Virginia, is at the beginning of October, like 6th or 7th or something like that. And then our event is 28th and 29th of October.
Yeah.
Because Florida has a thing called hurricane season. And so we try to do it at the end of that.
On the backside. We still want to be in hurricane season when we do it.
Yeah, because then after that it's Christmas time, so it's too late.
Yeah.
So you either do it in that short window.
Yeah. We just don't want it to be really cold when we do it, or really hot.
Exactly. So you either really in Florida, you either got to do it in like March, April, or then October, November. And that's when we get into the holiday season, so it gets difficult.
Yeah.
So that's where we are with that, but really excited about that. And I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And just like ticket prices, I feel like $10 is fair.
Oh, yeah, it is. I'll spend $10 on some dumb stuff.
Yeah. So I feel like a lot of these other conferences charge way more.
Yeah.
And but I feel like we're still in our beginning stages. So maybe as the event grows, we have to maybe adjust the price a little bit just to
Yeah.
kind of pay for
To cover costs.
rents and all of that,
Yeah.
because we still got to pay for all that.
Yeah, this isn't something that we're trying to make money off of.
No, we just got to cover costs.
Because a big thing that we do that we like to talk about is Sportsmen Giving Back. That's a local charity in our area where we're from that collects money and then distributes it to local charities for children in our area.
It's all about like children, youth programs, and family
And
programs.
special needs children and
Yeah.
stuff. So we don't set to make a profit off of it. Any profit that we make after covering expenses gets donated to the Sportsman Giving Back program to help them with their charity work.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and that's funnily that
is funnily a word?
funnily it's not a word.
Funnily.
It's not a word at all.
Okay, I'll go with it though.
Sportsman Giving Back was introduced to us by Daniel Arms.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where we met Daniel.
Yeah.
It's full circle over here. It really
And
is.
there's such great people over
Yeah.
there at Sportsman Giving Back, and so we've partnered with them since 2020.
2020.
Yeah. And they're just really great people.
Yeah.
And the way that they help people is amazing. So yeah, so that's the plan with the event. But yeah, check it out if you're close-ish, come out.
Yeah. If you're not closest, come out.
Yeah. I mean, we had people come in from like
Texas, we had
Texas,
Orlando,
Oklahoma.
Arkansas.
Yeah, we had people from pretty far come in last year,
Yeah.
which was a surprise to us.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's really
And
cool.
where we're doing it at this year, if you have a camper or a travel trailer, we are doing it right next to a KOA site as
Yeah.
well. There's a KOA within 3 minutes, probably 3 minutes of the event that we're doing.
Yeah, it's much easier accessible. So if
Yeah.
you
And it's
were-
right off the interstate as
If
well.
you went to the event last year, it was we had it at like a wedding event barn last year, and it's probably another 30 minutes past. Once you get off the interstate, it's
Yeah.
about another 45-minute ride into the country.
Yeah.
So this year, us doing it at the fairgrounds, it's right off the interstate. So it's literally a 2-minute drive once you get off the exit of the interstate to get to where we're doing it this year. So it's much easier accessible, lots more parking, lots more space.
This day it's a 2-day event. Last year it was only a 1, so there's going to be more to do, more
Yep.
reason to come this year. You're
Yeah.
not just coming for a 1-day event.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, are we missing any questions?
Is there good lodging close? What do you mean by like hotels?
You're talking. I mean, so Milton, Florida is military. We got a lot of military around there. You got Eglin and you got Whitingfield and things like that. So they have like, the typical Spring Hill Suites and
Best Western,
Best
Red
Western
Roof
and
Inn.
There's Roof Inn and stuff like that right there.
There's
at
there's
the
an
exit.
overpass right there at the interstate, Tim. If you want to bring a tent, sleep under the interstate.
No, but there's also, so there is a KOA, and then there is Milton butts up right against Blackwater National Forest or whatever it is, something like that. And so there's a bunch of campgrounds in there as well for RVs and tents and all of that as well. But if you're looking for a hotel room, there's a bunch of them right there off of the interstate as well. I gotta look up which ones they are, but there's a bunch of hotels.
Yeah. Tim wants to sleep in the barn. We could probably make that happen.
Maybe we'll have the loft built by
We
then.
can spread some hay out for you. The Homestead Haven asked what the dates are. We're shooting for the
28th, 29th.
28th and 29th of October. Hulk is doing great.
He is. He's not green anymore. He's grown quite a bit.
Now he looks like the Hulk.
I know,
Before he
he's-
was green, he was a. If you don't know Hulk, he's our rescue pig. Nicole adopted him, and he was in a trailer park running wild, and
there was a Facebook distress call for him.
Yeah,
in the neighboring city, and it's like, hey, he's just been abandoned.
Yeah.
Nobody's taking care of him.
He was covered in green paint because he got into some paint.
Yeah.
But the paint's worn off. He's put on some weight, and now he looks like a Hulk.
He buffed up for sure, but he's still as sweet as he was.
I got a buddy that plans on bringing his female potbelly over tomorrow for some
oh, really?
little one-on-one time.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So
that works.
we're gonna. That's on the schedule for tomorrow once we get home.
Okay, cool. Well, we got a lot going on: playgrounds and pigs and.
Mike Keener said he's staying at the overpass, so you guys could bunk up, roommate.
Yeah.
Be tent buddies.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
So
yeah, so it's, I mean, a lot of it is still in the planning stages, but a lot of it is already in place. So
yeah,
we're doing better already this year. What else? We're an hour in, man.
Yeah. Are you ready to wrap it up?
Wait, are there any questions that we haven't answered yet?
Charge stud. I would charge stud fee, but this is a buddy of mine, so.
Yeah, well, he's actually the one that dropped off Keanu with us for free.
Yeah, he gave us our stud goat, so I would not feel right charging him a stud fee for our rescue pig.
Yeah. Yeah, so sponsorships are coming in. Already we have, so Haas Tools has already committed, and then Mediacom, which is like an online, is a local internet provider for us. And then we'll see who else
There was
will
another
commit.
one. Wasn't there another one? Was there two, or is that it?
But right now we got two committed. But there's
two
more coming.
sponsors right now.
Yeah, so a little bit all the time. What happened to the emu? Sad story.
So we had an emu. We're trying to get another one this year, but last year Amber was reading a book on a swing in the barn, and the emu picked her earring out and ate it.
Yeah, if you don't know, they like to go for shiny things.
Yeah. So she pulled Amber's earring out, ate it, and she wasn't able to pass it, and she didn't make it. So
Yeah.
But we'll try again this year, and no earrings in the pasture. You're gonna have to defod when when you come in. Tim asked about the donkeys. The donkeys are awesome.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
They're great. I mean, Penelope is she's just a sweetheart. And then her little buddy, he's doing great. He's doing great. I know when we picked him up from a farm down the road, they were selling him. They told us, oh, he's so skittish. We
Be
can't
careful,
get our...
he's shy.
Yeah, he doesn't. I mean, donkeys don't listen anyway, if you know donkeys. But like he doesn't like people and blah blah blah. So we're like,
He's a sweetheart.
we'll
though.
see. He's an absolute sweetheart. I mean, he's not as friendly as Penelope, but I mean,
Yeah.
we've had Penelope since she was 4 months.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's obviously a different kind of relationship. And then we have obviously Muku, our steer that we're growing out, and then we have our milk cow. Well, she's not a milk cow yet. She will be eventually.
Mulberry Branch said they're gonna try to make it. That would be amazing if you guys
That would be
could
awesome
come.
to see you guys.
Hopefully, we'll at least see you at the HOA if you
Yeah.
don't make it down here.
I know
maybe we can
Ashley
see
said
you
they go into the
in Virginia again. Camel. Camel's probably on hold right now. It's a pipe dream.
No camels.
And we actually talked to a camel third party. What do you say? How do you say it? Like what do we want to say?
They sell exotics.
Yeah, it's a third party agency that places exotic animals, and he was very cautious about getting camels. He's like, because he was like, straight up, they can kill you. So
Yeah.
you got to make sure that you can't just get a camel. You got to get a camel that is trained.
Or if you get a camel that's untrained, you got to send them to school.
Yeah. So those are the options, and
Yeah.
it
And we don't have either one of those options.
and they provide no real value.
I mean, they do.
Other
I
than
mean,
being cool cool to see.
They do. I mean, obviously, camel is just like a goat. You milk them, and they
You gonna
obviously
get under that thing?
they give a lot more milk than a goat, obviously. But honestly, we got a cow, so we got a little heifer. So well, we're getting her up to age, and then we're gonna breed her, and then we'll have a milk cow.
Perry Hill asked why we would want a camel. It's kind of a running joke with us, with our longtime subscribers coming from the Middle East, where we lived for 7 years. It was a big thing that since we came from the Middle East, we needed to make sure that our farm had a camel on it just to kind of keep that spirit alive.
Yeah. So now we got goats, which are basically miniature camels.
Yeah, they're
Same.
baby camels.
Same. So yeah, so he's over it. But I know Doug from Doug and Stacy called us out on it once too. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, look, come on. Like, well, Doug, once we hit 500,000 subscribers, then
Yeah.
maybe we'll get a camel.
Yeah.
But we're not there.
Let's set it at 200,000. When we get to 200,000.
500,000. No, we ain't getting a camel. No camel. And yes, you can eat them. You can milk them. I mean, just like a goat.
Yeah. But why would you spend...
I've eaten camel, but it's just they're such an exotic animal here. It's not worth it to grow them out for meat here.
Yeah, why would you buy a camel for
Goats are so much easier to handle.
$7,000
Yeah.
to eat it?
And more. I mean, 7,000, that's a cheap camel.
7,000 untrained.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not going to win a beauty contest either. If you are familiar with camel beauty contests, they got those.
That's a thing.
So yeah. But that's it. You guys got any? We've had fun. This was nice.
Yeah. Yeah, Tim, we'll set it at 500,000. You get us 500,000 subscribers, we'll get a camel.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. We can rent them out for nativity scenes and stuff.
Don't they spit?
They can.
Perry Hill, I spit, so.
Camels kick 4 ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did a video on that back in the UAE.
Tim's gonna pull up another video.
That was a funny video.
But that one's an obscure video. He probably wouldn't be able to find that one. But we did a video where we went to a Middle Eastern kind of festival,
A heritage
festival, and we did a lot of talking about fun camel facts while we were doing it.
That was when we first started the channel.
Yeah,
we were
that was
so
like one of our first. Don't
familiar
tell
with the videos.
We can't.
With how to do it.
We can't tell him which video it was because he'll be popping it up on the screen.
You don't know.
So, all right.
Well, awesome. Thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out.
Thanks for joining us.
Definitely running over on our live like we usually do.
Well, there's no time limit.
Well,
Nobody says it can only be an hour long.
We try to set it for an hour. We try to set it for an hour.
But when we're rolling and
having fun,
the viewers aren't falling off. But we're gonna wrap it up.
Awesome. Yeah, let us know what you think about this whole barncast thing that we're trying to do.
Yeah.
And if you have any ideas or questions that you would like us to see answering in those, we're thinking probably 20, maybe 30 minutes or so. We're not looking to talk for an hour to ourselves. But thanks for coming out. Thanks, Tim, for moderating. Thanks for volunteering, and we'll see you around.
We'll see you guys next time. We'll see you guys next time.